Hey, good morning, YouTube. This is Jason from JT's Retirement Countdown. Today's November 20th, 2023, and I officially have 285 work days remaining until January 13th, 2025, when I walk out that door with a big, huge smile on my face. Um, how's everybody doing? Happy Thanksgiving this Thanksgiving week. Only got to work 3 days this week. Get to spend some time with my family and friends and things of that nature. But happy Thanksgiving. Today's discussion, I think I'm going to talk about retirement and if you hate your job, if you dislike your job. These are 10 things I'm going to talk about that you need to think about if you're willing to walk out of that door and you want to walk out of that door. And once again, this is my 10. These are my 10 things, but it's something that you guys can think about as well. Okay. Number one is financial readiness, which, that's common sense. If you don't have anything and you don't have anything saved up, you don't have a pension, you don't have a 401k, you don't have a 457b, you don't have a Roth IRA, you know that. Only you know that. And only you know if you're financially ready, if there's a something missing from that. So that's number one. Number two is, do you have any plans for alternative employment? I do. I have a lawn care maintenance company that cut some grass. I'm able to make, some decent money from that. And I'll take it to, you know, a more customers once I do retire. So that's how I look at that one. You may have something that you want to go into, something that you side hustle wise, or a actual like living, breathing business that you may want to go into. So think about that. Think about that one. What's the impact and the physical health, your physical health of, you hate this job that you have and you don't want to work anymore. Is it affecting your physical and mental health? Those are just things that you need to think about. Evaluate your current position. If you're on medication because of your work, or you can't sleep at night because of your job, then that's something that you need to think about. Maybe go into something else, or I know a lot of us when we're older, we're making the most money we've made, and a lot of times that's not an option to walk out of the door when you're making that kind of money, and you want to pivot to something else. Number four, lifestyle and personal goals. Lifestyle, personal goals, that makes sense. What lifestyle you're looking to live in retirement if you walk away from that job that you have. Personal goals, if you're building a brand new house right now and you're 58 and you want to retire and you got another 30 years to go on a mortgage, that's something to think about. That's something to think about. If you need to buy a brand new car every 3 years, and notice something, always in these videos, I'm always going to talk about debt, because debt kills retirement. I promise you, debt kills retirement. I promise you. Number five, social and emotional aspects. What's that mean to me? That means, are you tied into the people that you work with? Are those your only friends? For me, it's a hard no. I may never see those people again. You know what I mean? Like, I have work acquaintances, but my friends are people I grew up with and I went to college with. Um, that's the point. Like, if you or tied into your work friends or your associates, and those are the only people that you deal with, then you may have some issues in regards to that when you're not seeing them all the time and talking to them all the time. So that's just another thing to think about. Number 6, what are your long-term plans? Self-explanatory. What are your long-term plans? Listen, we're going to make less money in retirement than we did while we're working. So, if you have long-term plans, once again, to, build a new house, buy a second home, something like that, think about your long-term plans, including relocation, travel, lifestyle changes, things of that nature. Um, Make sure everything lines up with what you want to do in your retirement. Number 7, health, insurance, and benefits. You got to have a plan for that. If your employer doesn't provide you doesn't give you health insurance in retirement, then that's something you need to explore financially. Financially, like, is that something that you have to take on? Is that going to cost you $400, $500, $600, $1,000 a month? Those are just things to think of. And remember, I'm only giving you this. These are my 10. My 10. I'll be on my wife's insurance, so I'm good. Number 8, timing consideration. Self-explanatory once again. Is it the time for you to retire? Is it the time for you to walk away from that job? Do you still have 4, 5, 6-year-old kids? Do you have teenagers you got to put through college? Timing consideration. For me, once again, I don't have that. I don't have that responsibility. So that's just something else to think about. Number 9, emotional preparedness. I think that ties in a little bit to the other one that I was talking about in regards to social and emotional aspects. When we retire, and I'm not retired yet, when we retire, from what I've seen from people, some people are so locked into their job and the people that they work with, which is, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, but emotional preparedness, prepare emotionally to transition to retirement. That's huge. Whether it's financial, whether it's social, whether it's emotional, you must be emotionally prepared. And the last one is, what's your post-retirement plans? Develop a plan for how you'll spend your time in retirement to maintain a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Huge once again. Humongous once again, folks. If you're planning on retiring and just sitting there and not doing anything, now you can have times where you don't, but I plan to, do my lawn care business and spend time with family and friends. And I know you can only do that so much, but listen to me. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work for me. So those are my top 10. Something for you to think about. Something for you to think about. And the biggest one in this, the hugest one in this, number 1, financial readiness. Debt. It all ties in together. It all ties in together, folks. Once again, Jason from JT's Retirement Countdown. Like, subscribe, comment. Give me some feedback, folks. Tell me what your plan is. I encourage you to tell me what your plan is. Today's November 20th, 2023. I officially have 285 work days remaining until I walk out of that door. Thanks, and I appreciate you guys. Take care. All that good stuff. Have a happy Thanksgiving, folks.